what I asked the girls because it's been bothering me.
You can feel the motion of it, like when you lean in.
Tense.
So, when I start to apply pressure, I do the same premise in Shiatsu. It's like I do sustained pressure first, because this is actually also myofascial. You know, when you're engaging here, but same premise, a wide stance, lean in with the body weight, not this, but then this.
Oh, I do like that.
No, because you want to keep your stance open, like you want to have like a lunge position, so you're leaning in and through extended arm, not like this. Too much muscle, you know, you just lean in and let the weight here, and I'm coming off superior angle here. So when I press, I'm starting to stretch the bladder. No, that's fine. I know what she's doing. She wants to feel like where the tension is, where the power is coming from.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. I know.
I don't want any laughing women on my video. God. So, and you know, anything that listen. So let's just focus on her right scapula. So you know some of the things we did earlier today, just to promote some general loosening first, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. I don't do a lot of things. I hold them more.
Yes, that's very good.
Yes.
Holding is more comfortable.
Yeah, and when you work, say, if she's feeling tension here in the shoulder, you know, yeah, it might be some musculature like in here, but also you have to work down a little bit more because of the effect of latissimus coming up, affecting shoulder, longissimus here, trapezius. So working on the area where they feel the pain is one thing, but usually you have to open up a little bit. So here, knowing a few points for Shiatsu very much helps too before we get into myofascial. So here's superior angle. If you come a thumb width above it and sink in, this is the attachment of levator, right above the superior angle of the scapula. Is that pressure is okay?
Excellent.
And see, look, nice straight line. I call it my power line.
Oh,
Leaning in.
sorry.
Don't laugh at it.
You say straight line.
Oh, you please do if you like. Yeah, straight line like that, so you can lean in. And then I come and just access here. So here's the spine of the scapula. So right above it is supraspinatus. So I just loosen a little bit cross fiber. Above here, this is trapezius. So it's trapezius, supraspinatus, and then just coming in for the attachment of rhomboids like we did when we did mobilization. And again, I'm leaning in with my body weight.
Okay, yeah, I want to.
So see my arms
Yes.
parallel, hands relaxed, just leaning in. Now, you might want to also include, excuse me, a little petrissage here of trapezius, because the trapezius, upper trapezius, comes and attaches on the back here. But this upper portion here, especially if there's some imbalance in the shoulder, or there's some shoulder forwardness, trapezius, what? It curls around. So you want to work it out, you know, let it come out this way. Also compression into infraspinatus, and the border of infraspinatus. See, here's the muscle fibers of infraspinatus coming up.
Yeah, this one how to.
So here is the lateral border of the scapula. Feel? Feel? Bone?
Yeah.
Now if you come right above it, you'll go into the border of the infraspinatus, and this is a good area to work in to release shoulder.
Yeah.
See, here's the scapula, then you want to sink right in.
Yes.
Because it has strong attachments onto the humerus.
Yeah.
So you want to take, here, back up just a little bit, let the light come in for the video. That pressure okay, sweetie? Okay.
Thank you.
And then you might want to do just a little mobilization. So this type of mobilization here, like this.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
this one.
that's a good one.
So this is nice table mobilization, right? So that starts to open that up. Now, did you bring any, yeah, I think there's some, this is a massage school, I should be able to find some.
There's some right in my purse.
Huh? What'd you say?
That
She
purse
has
the
some in
corner.
her purse.
Can you
Some
open my purse?
oil.
In the corner. Should be right when you open the first zipper. There it is.
This is a video, can we use?
Oh, hi. I forgot, thanks. Oh, I didn't turn my phone off.
That's okay. If it rings during the video, we'll just answer it.
Throw it out the window.
No, we'll answer it. We'll get them on.
It's snowing.
Right.
Okay, so.
We get into your personal business.
It's so interesting.
Sure. Okay, we're just gonna. See, I'm rolling.
Yeah, how do you roll it?
So my fingers are curling in the front.
Yeah.
Fingers here, and I'm just pulling my fingertips out because you want to roll it out.
So the fourth finger.
Mhm. Just doing a little muscle stripping here, and the same laminar groove where we're using the elbow. Right. Coming up on the. Can I have a little bit more of that?
Sure.
I'd probably be better if that. Maybe I should use some of that Greek olive oil.
Yeah.
I think that's over there. Also.
Spa session.
Some nice muscle stripping. So any good engagement of tissue, myofascial, right? Nice muscle stripping's okay. Here's the levator comes and attaches superior angle, so you can just go right across fiber. Come feel it when you go like this over levator. And these muscles that I'm keen on, that's what helps open up the shoulder.
How you stand it? It's okay like this way?
Uh-huh. And take your other hand. Put it there. No, not two, but just so you're supporting.
Okay.
You feel across that? You feel it going over the muscle?
Yes.
That's
Do you,
levator.
do you feel power?
Yes.
Good. Emily, okay?
Oh yeah, no, fine actually. And you're dressed good too. I like the way you're dressed black. Okay, here. So, and then you want to try and then do some muscle stripping here, right here between the spine and the scapula. 7 layers of muscles. 7 layers of muscles. The most superficial is trapezius, and the trapezius muscle fibers at this level are running this way. So you do muscle stripping to follow that direction. Okay. So easy, all the way down to the inferior angle. And the next layer of muscle below that is rhomboids major and minor. So the muscle fiber goes from here to like this. So you change your direction after you loosen this more superficial layer, and then you go like this to open up rhomboids. Okay. And then coming here to get the erectors. And then depending on what's going on here, I usually try to do a little cross fiber. What? Disgruntled student. Yeah, keep on. Okay. So you start to loosen those muscles up, right? Also too, and you have to look at the shoulder girdle with some sense of dimensionality so that you really address all of them. And that said, you should spend a little time, like I said, addressing the infraspinatus. It should get our attention a little bit. So you're right on the back of the scapula. And the muscle fibers, here's the scapula. The muscle fibers of infraspinatus, the upper fibers run parallel this way, just below the spine of the scapula. But then the majority of them come at a 45-degree angle up. So when you go cross fiber this way, you're getting all those longer fibers of infraspinatus. And then up in the border, you can just hold and press in. Now I'm going right into the border, the lateral border of infraspinatus. And you know, that's pretty intense usually. So again, same. Open stance, one foot in front of the other. So you're shifting your weight, right? And then coming off of the scapula to get teres. I'm doing cross fiber for teres, major and minor. And then just to do a little finishing up, we do some forearm work. So when you address the scapula with forearm work, particularly from the head of the table, it's good to come down a little lower and engage these upper fibers of trapezius and move them back. So I'm going to use this portion of my forearm, and I'm going to come down a little bit, and I'm going to use this other hand to move. See how the fibers come up? Yeah. And then I'm going to take my forearm and stick it right in there, and then lean in. And I'm going to follow the contour of the scapula. See, I'm moving.
Yes.
And I'm letting my elbow go right up against the vertebral border of the scapula. So I'm slowing down, using consistent pressure, that I have a nice angle here, that I have my one foot in front of the other. I'm in a nice lunge. Pressure's okay? Not too much? Would you like more?
I'm not sure.
Hmm?
I'm not sure. Go ahead.
No, I don't
I
want
think
to.
you're headed.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah. I think you're headed for probably something that's going to be a lot more sensitive.
So I'm following the border, right up against the border of the scapula. Okay, and then tapering off as you come to the inferior angle. And then you come down again, because now you want to address the longissimus, now the erectors, and have some motion back again. So the same thing, gauge, come, but this time, and I'm right up against the spine again, I'm going straight down. And when I'm lunging like this, my weight is on my back foot. Because this is where you get your power from. Comes up. You should, this foot, just for stability, this is the one that's got all the power coming out of it. And you can change. Nice continuous engagement. And you can either taper off here, or else more than that, I usually continue it down. Take it down to the sacrum.